Welcome, dear viewers, to another gripping episode on our channel, World History Explored. Today, we're embarking on a journey to how a young nation, the United States of America, transformed into a global superpower through its involvement in the world wars. Before we delve into the specifics, let's take a moment to understand what a superpower truly entails. A superpower is a state with a dominant position, characterized by its extensive ability to exert influence or project power on a global scale, often through a combination of economic, military, and cultural strength. As we navigate through this historical narrative, we will examine how the United States, initially hesitant to dip its toes into the tumultuous waters of global conflict, found itself being drawn into the heart of the world wars. These pivotal events in history not only shaped the nation's future, but also marked the emergence of the United States as a significant player on the world stage. Stay tuned as we delve into America's role in World War I, its relationship with the League of Nations, World War II, the advent of nuclear weapons, and its post-war efforts. Each of these phases marked a significant stepping stone in America's journey towards becoming a global superpower. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the captivating history of America's ascent to power. World War I saw America emerge as a formidable force on the world stage. This period in history was a time of great transformation for the United States. Prior to the war, America was considered a young nation, still finding its footing on the global stage. However, the advent of the war provided an opportunity for America to demonstrate its potential as a global power. Despite initially maintaining a stance of neutrality, the United States was not entirely detached from the ongoing conflict. Industries were indirectly involved in the war efforts, providing weapons and other resources to the countries at war. However, the defining moment that signaled a direct involvement of the United States in the war was the sinking of the Lusitania. The Lusitania, a British passenger ship, was en route from New York to Liverpool in 1915 when it was torpedoed by a German U-boat. The ship sank in mere minutes, causing the death of nearly 1,200 passengers, including 128 Americans. This tragedy was seen as a direct attack on American lives and provoked public outrage, putting pressure on the US government to react. Just when it seemed like the tensions couldn't possibly escalate further, the Zimmermann telegram was revealed. This secret diplomatic communication from Germany to Mexico proposed a military alliance against the United States. The revelation of the Zimmermann telegram was like adding fuel to an already raging fire. It served as the final straw, pushing the United States towards declaring war on Germany. American troops then began their journey overseas to endure the horrors of trench warfare. They had been trained for combat, but nothing could truly prepare them for the reality of war. The soldiers were faced with terrible conditions, from the inescapable mud and freezing cold of the trenches to the constant threat of enemy fire. Despite such harsh circumstances, American troops held their ground and fought alongside the Allied forces. This crucial involvement of America in the war, coupled with the bravery and resiliency of its troops, played a significant role in securing a victory for the Allied forces. The end of the war brought about a new global order, with America standing tall and proud. American troops endured the horrors of trench warfare and fought alongside the Allied forces to secure victory. In the aftermath of the cataclysmic World War I, a conflict that upended the very fabric of societies around the globe, the United States emerged as a major actor on the international stage, initiating efforts to establish what would be known as the League of Nations. This was a major endeavor, a first of its kind, aimed at promoting peace and fostering a spirit of collective security among nations. To achieve this, a fundamental shift in the world's approach to international relations was required, one that necessitated cooperation and unity among diverse nations. At the center of this effort was the United States, a country that had just started to assert its global presence, standing tall on the international stage. In the wake of the war, America felt an obligation to contribute to the peacekeeping efforts worldwide. The creation of the League of Nations was meant to serve as a testament to this commitment, a clear indicator of the role the United States sought to play in a newly forming global society. However, as the country journeyed along this path towards global unity, it found itself faced with a myriad of domestic concerns. These ranged from socio-political issues like economic disparities and civil rights struggles to more global concerns like the rising isolationist sentiment. It was a time of critical introspection for America as these concerns began to take precedence and shape the country's foreign policy. The decision not to join the League of Nations, despite being its main advocate, was a reflection of the internal struggles that America was grappling with at the time. This decision, in retrospect, had far-reaching implications. Without the backing of the United States, the League of Nations struggled to retain its relevance. It faced a multitude of challenges, from a lack of enforcement capabilities to an inability to prevent conflicts, which eventually led to its dissolution. This dissolution could be traced back to the United States' decision not to join this international organization, a move that left the League without the support it needed to thrive. The epoch of World War II arrived, a colossal conflict that violently swept across the entire sphere of our world. The flames of this horrific war grew rapidly, stoked by the incendiary moment of Pearl Harbor, a grimly significant event that ignited the participation of the United States. This unforeseen attack served as the potent catalyst, the spark that abruptly thrust the great nation of America into the tumultuous sea of this global war. In response to this pivotal event, the United States stirred from its non-combative stance, mobilizing its vast, untapped resources. This mammoth shift was clearly seen as the country's industries transformed almost overnight to support the relentless demands of the war effort. With the full weight of American industry behind it, the nation began to churn out warships, aircraft, tanks, and an array of other military assets at an unprecedented pace. American troops, filled with a sense of profound patriotism, stepped forward willingly on multiple fronts. They ventured into the war-torn regions of Europe, their hearts set on a critical mission. The goal was not just to win, but to help liberate countries from the relentless, suffocating grip of Nazi oppression. Their courage was a beacon of hope in the bleak landscape of war, inspiring nations and kindling the fires of resistance. Simultaneously, another critical front was being addressed. The great expanse of the Pacific became a crucial battlefield where American forces tirelessly confronted the imperial ambitions of Japan. Day after day, battle after battle, the American soldiers stood their ground, ensuring that the oppressive shadow of Japan's imperial ambitions did not spread unchallenged. Their undying spirit, their relentless courage, and their unwavering commitment were instrumental in finally bringing an end to the imperial ambitions of Japan. Through their stalwart bravery and sacrifice, the complex tapestry of World War II was woven, etching an indelible mark on the annals of history. The sacrifice of these brave souls was not in vain. Their actions helped shape the world as we know it today. Furthermore, America played a pivotal role in developing nuclear weapons, which ultimately led to the end of World War II. The United States of America, a nation that emerged from a war of independence to become a symbol of liberty and freedom, played a crucial role in an endeavor that redefined warfare and international relations forever. The story begins with the discovery of nuclear fission in the late 1930s. It was a breakthrough that had enormous potential for both good and ill. The scientists who made this discovery understood its implications and the destructive power it could unleash. They knew that harnessing this power could tip the balance of the ongoing World War II, but they also understood the profound ethical questions it raised. America's contribution to this development was monumental, and it can't be overstated. The Manhattan Project, a secret research and development project initiated by the United States, aimed to produce the world's first nuclear weapons. The project brought together some of the best minds of the time, including Robert Oppenheimer, Richard Feynman, and many others. They worked tirelessly, driven by the urgency of the war and the knowledge that their counterparts in Germany were also attempting to develop similar technology. The result of their labor was the creation of two types of atomic bombs: Little Boy, a uranium gun-type bomb, and Fat Man, a plutonium implosion bomb. These weapons represented a new era in warfare, possessing destructive capabilities beyond anything humanity had seen before. The decision to use these weapons was not taken lightly. President Truman and his advisors understood the potential for catastrophic civilian casualties. However, they believed that the bombings would hasten the end of the war and save more lives in the long run. On August 6 and 9, 1945, the world witnessed the horrifying reality of nuclear warfare as the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were leveled, resulting in an estimated 200,000 casualties. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki brought about Japan's surrender, albeit at a terrible cost. After the war, America seized the opportunity to reinvent Europe's socio-economic structure through strategic initiatives such as the Marshall Plan. The country saw the post-war period not just as a time of devastation, but a chance to mold the future. It was an unprecedented endeavor that demonstrated the country's will to rise above and help others do the same. Not only did this help restore stability, but it also played a significant role in shaping the geopolitical landscape of the 20th century. The Marshall Plan, named after George Marshall, was a comprehensive assistance program that aimed to rehabilitate European economies battered by the war. It was a manifestation of America's foresight, recognizing the importance of strong allies and economic stability in a rapidly changing world. The program was cleverly designed, providing financial aid, fostering technological advancement, and prioritizing infrastructure development. This endeavor was not just about providing monetary support. It was about rebuilding societies, economies, and lives. The aid was dispersed across several European countries, each receiving a carefully calculated amount based on the extent of war damages, their economic strength, and their strategic importance to America. This program breathed new life into these countries, setting them on a path of rapid economic recovery and growth. It spurred industries, boosted employment rates, and revived the spirit of these nations. This approach of America was not just benevolent, but was also practical, solidifying its position as a global superpower. The country's role in rebuilding Europe positioned it at the forefront of world leadership. Through this, America demonstrated its commitment to peace, prosperity, and global development. It was an initiative that changed the course of history, creating a ripple effect that continues to influence current geopolitical dynamics. This helped restore stability and foster economic growth, solidifying America's position as a global superpower. In conclusion, America's influence during the World Wars was profound and far-reaching. It is a tale of bravery, valor, strategy, camaraderie, and determination that marks a significant milestone in our global history. From the bustling cities with their towering skyscrapers to the vast expanses of rural America, the country's landscape mirrored the resilience of its people during these challenging times. America's entry into World War I was driven by a myriad of factors. As a nation, it had always been an advocate for democracy and freedom. This belief was challenged by powers' aggression, leading to America's decision to join the Allies. Their participation in the war brought a significant shift in power. The troops brought not only manpower, but also resources and technological advancements that greatly aided the Allied forces. The United States home front during this time was a hive of activity. Industries were mobilized to meet the demands of the war. Citizens from every social stratum contributed their part, either by joining the armed forces or by working in factories. The nation was united in a common cause, and this unity was a powerful driving force that made a significant impact on the outcome of the war. The end of the First World War did not mean the end of America's influence. When World War II broke out, the United States once again rose to the challenge. Despite initial attempts to maintain neutrality, the attack on Pearl Harbor catapulted America into the fray. Their military prowess, industrial capabilities, and unwavering spirit played a decisive role in the triumph of the Allies. From the Pacific Theater to the European front, soldiers fought with determination and courage. Their efforts were not limited to the battlefield. They also played a crucial role in the reconstruction efforts post-war, helping to shape the modern world as we know it. America's contribution to the world wars transcends the realm of military victories. It also instilled a sense of hope and resilience in the global community, setting a precedent for international cooperation and unity in the face of adversity. This influence still resonates today, reminding us of the power of unity and the strength of the human spirit. Thank you for watching this video, and remember to subscribe to our channel for more history. Also like and share if you like our content. Till next time, thank you.